work backward from the day that you want to be living into your new home, and working backward from that date, what does the timeline look like, and where can you best set yourself up for success for this buying process, especially in the market today. When you go to the internet and start to look for what does the timeline look like when I'm buying a home, you're gonna get a wide variety of information. This is based on my personal experience, on the experience of other agents that I know, and the experience in this part of the country. Our buyer would like to move into their home on April 15th. So this is moving day. Yay! This is the day that you are excited and moving all of your personal belongings into your home. Before moving day would be our closing. Closing can occur on moving day. I've definitely seen it happen. There are plenty of opportunities for you to receive the keys to your new home right there at the closing table, particularly if the home that you purchase is already vacant when you see it. But for some folks, the closing day and the moving day might be a few days apart. And that's pretty common and pretty normal. So let's say that we're just gonna close a few days before moving day. If you close on April 12th, just a note out here, that closing in the middle of a month, you're not gonna make your first mortgage payment. You wouldn't make your first mortgage payment until June 1st. So that's something cool and interesting to keep in mind too, especially if you're trying to time maybe an apartment lease or making your final payment at the place you're already staying. So just keep in mind that you get to skip a 30-day month when you close on your property. That would be true if you closed on April 4th, or if you closed on April 30th, you would still be making your mortgage payment on June 1st. The process to close on a loan for a home takes about 30 to 45 days. That can be expedited in certain circumstances. Maybe you might be able to close between 20 and 30 days. And sometimes that may take a little longer. It may take 60 days. Sometimes we need it to take longer for certain reasons. But on average in our market here, we're seeing the process from start to finish on closing your loan taking about 30 to 45 days. So if we want to be closing this loan on April 12th, then we need to be under contract on March 1st. Under contract. Under contract means that you have selected your home, you have presented an offer, or I've presented an offer as your agent. The sellers have accepted that offer, and we are now under contract on that property. From under contract to closing, this time period here is called escrow. So you might hear someone say, while we are in escrow, or during the escrow process. That's the period from when we go under contract until we close. If we want to be under contract on our new home by March 1st, how long should we plan to be looking at homes? On average, buyers are taking about 3 weeks, maybe 10 to 12 homes that they would see before they decide to place an offer on one and put that home under contract. If you wanted to give yourself a little bit of buffer, just in case you're not seeing what you like, we might plan 4, 5, 6 weeks of looking at homes before we have one that we want to make an offer on. So if we want to be under contract by March 1st, we really start looking at homes in the second half of January. So we'll put start showings. We can see as many homes during a week as you'd like. We can expedite that process and really crunch it down. Maybe we could see 10 homes in 1 week, and that would be enough for you to make a decision and move forward. So if you don't have 5 or 6 weeks to look at homes, that's okay. We can condense that down. But if you want to feel like you're not pressured, like you've got lots of time to make choices, this is going to be 5 or 6 weekends of new listings coming out and lots of choices for you to be able to look at. Therefore, if you want to start looking at homes in, say, mid to late January, then my suggestion is that you meet with a loan officer to do your pre-approval in early January. Let's say you work on your pre-approval with your lender at the beginning of January. The pre-approval process itself really only takes a couple of days. So long as you have your documents in order, pre-approval can be done in 2 to 3 days. So it's not like you're going to be working on pre-approval for these 2 weeks. Once you have that secured, from most lenders is going to last you 90 to 120 days. So if you secure a pre-approval in early January, then that pre-approval is going to last you through this entire process. And if you ended up in a circumstance where you did your pre-approval process and then 90 to 120 days went by and you didn't find the home that you were looking for, then you can reapply and have that extended. But for most folks, this timeline works well. This 90 to 120 days of pre-approval gets you all the way through this process and allows you to close on your home in a timely fashion. In all, it takes about a quarter of the year from the moment that you start thinking maybe we would like to move until you're living in your new home. That's where it's going to feel comfortable and feel like you're not rushed and be sort of a normal process. I am more than happy to be a resource for you. I'm happy to take this, break it down one-on-one for you and let you know what this process is going to look like. If you have certain circumstances that we need to factor in, happy to address those, take a look, and help you put together a plan that's going to work best for you. We are a real estate company located here in Louisville, Kentucky, serving both Kentucky and Indiana for residential real estate. Reach out to us at symphonyrealtygroup@gmail.com.